Some people know enough money advice to sound smart at dinner, but their bank account still looks untouched by any of it. Sometimes the gap is not between broke and educated. It's between what you know and what you actually do. Tanya Brooks was 36, a hairstylist renting a booth in a busy salon on the east side of town. Some weeks she made real money, hundreds of dollars by Saturday night. Yet Monday she checked her account with one eye closed. Diana Lawson was 39, a middle school basketball coach who also taught driver's education on weekends for extra income. Diana had no flashy money, no designer clothes, but she was tired of every month depending on nothing going wrong. They both heard the same advice, had the same bills, the same pressure, the same moments wanting to do better. But one of them would still be saying, "I need to get serious," while the other quietly built breathing room instead. We break money down in simple language so regular. People can make better decisions and build real breathing room. Your mindset controls your money more than you think. Starting with believing your money life can actually change. Tanya used to say, "I'm just bad with money," like it was part of her personality, proof she could never improve. Diana stopped saying that and started saying, "I'm learning" instead, which changed how she responded to every single bill. Stop calling yourself broke as a permanent identity. Being short on money is a situation, not who you are. Know why you want your money to change, not just more money, but what that money is actually supposed to fix. Diana wanted to stop feeling nervous over car noises and help her mother without wrecking her own rent money. Stop comparing your normal day to somebody else's best photo. Since a picture shows the outfit, never the payment plan. Do not follow broke behavior just because everyone around you calls it normal. Normal can still be one emergency from panic. Be willing to look different for a while. Wearing the same clean sneakers instead of chasing what other people have. Stop waiting for the perfect time to start, because the perfect time usually shows up only after you already began. Keep learning, but do not hide behind learning. Diana watched less content but actually used what made sense that week. Be honest about where your money is actually going, not where you wish it was going or think it should go. Understand that money is emotional. Tanya spent when stressed or lonely, while Diana learned to pause before opening her wallet. That pause did not make her perfect, but it gave her a moment. And sometimes a pause is what saves the money. Those 10 mindset shifts cost nothing to adopt, yet they quietly decide how every single dollar gets treated afterward. A simple budget beats a fancy one you never use. And Tanya had downloaded budgeting apps 3 separate times before. Every time she felt motivated for about 2 days, then stopped because she did not need a prettier app, just a simpler plan. Diana sat with a notebook, her bank app, and a calculator, writing down every real number, even the ones she disliked. Give your paycheck a plan before it arrives. Money without a plan is like groceries thrown loose in the trunk. Tanya used to get paid, feel relief, then make decisions one by one until the money quietly disappeared entirely. Diana decided ahead of time instead, keeping the budget simple: bills, food, gas, debt, savings, and one small spending category. Handle bills first, since unpaid bills only get louder later. And check your account before you spend, never after. Review your money once a week. Diana did 10-minute Sunday check-ins. No drama, just looking at where things stood. A budget is not a prison. It is a plan you update whenever real life actually happens around you. Saving has to happen before the money disappears. Tanya always said, "I'll save whatever is left," but nothing was ever left. Diana set up a small automatic transfer every payday. Just $25 moved before she could talk herself out of it. That small transfer proved she could keep a promise to herself, which mattered more than the actual dollar amount did. Start small if you need to, and build a starter emergency fund. Diana's first goal was $500, not $10,000. Keep emergency money separate from spending money, since seeing it sitting in checking makes your brain treat it as backup spending. Save for irregular expenses like car tags, holidays, and all changes. They are not surprises if they happen every single year. Celebrate progress without spending all of it. Diana bought one good dinner after hitting 500 saved, nothing more. The quiet leaks are usually not quiet for long. Tanya's small charges had teamed up against her like a swarm of mosquitoes. Cancel subscriptions you forgot about, and stop paying for daily convenience. Since one lunch out is fine, but daily adds up. Meal plan before shopping. Compare your phone and internet bills, and buy generic when it actually makes sense to do so. Wait before buying once. Diana used a 3-day rule for small purchases and a 30-day rule for bigger ones. Stop shopping when you are emotional. Tanya noticed she ordered the most after hard days, buying relief that never lasted. Watch small spending that repeats. Since a small charge once may not matter, but every single day it becomes a real bill. Debt steals from the future. Tanya's credit card felt helpful at first, covering supplies and groceries during tight weeks. Then the minimum payment started growing, and the balance sat there like it had quietly moved in permanently. Know every debt you owe and every interest rate, because you cannot fight what you refuse to actually count. Pay more than the minimum when possible, and stop adding new debt while you are still paying off the old. Pick one debt to attack first. Diana chose the smallest balance for a quick win, then roll that payment forward. Do not consolidate debt without changing habits, or you end up with one new loan and fresh card balances again. Every debt payment steals future breathing room, since that money already belongs to yesterday's decisions before it even arrives. More income only helps if it has a plan. Tanya believed more money would fix everything until her best month proved otherwise. The money came in fast from weddings and appointments, but by the next month she was behind again anyway. Look for ways to increase income and use your skills. Diana picked up extra driver's education sessions on weekends. Ask for a raise with proof of value, and learn a higher paying skill instead of only trading time for tiny money. Test small side income ideas before going all in, and use any extra income for goals first, not lifestyle upgrades. Avoid upgrading everything when income rises, since a raise can disappear into a bigger car payment before you feel richer. Build income that gives you options, because the real goal is more choices, not just looking busier to everyone else. Investing is not just for rich people. Tanya used to feel the whole conversation was meant for somebody else entirely. Diana learned the simple version. Investing means putting money somewhere it has a real chance to grow over time. Start investing before you feel rich. Use your retirement account, and always grab your employer match if one is offered. Invest consistently. Do not try to guess the perfect time. And understand that compound growth is slow, then suddenly stronger. Keep investing simple. Do not chase every hot trend. And think long-term instead of reacting to daily market noise. Diana's first investment made her feel like she had finally invited her own future into the room to sit down. 6 months later, both had car trouble the same week. Tanya felt heat rise in her chest. Diana was only annoyed. That is what stability does. It does not stop life from happening. It stops every problem from becoming a full crisis. Build a full emergency fund over time. Know your monthly survival number. And keep important documents organized in one place. Protect your health. Keep insurance updated. And plan for car repairs and holidays before they actually arrive each year. Do not let one good month trick you into thinking every month ahead will automatically be just as strong. Track your progress monthly, not to shame yourself, but simply to see whether you are actually moving forward or not. Build peace, not just a bigger lifestyle. Since more money that arrives with more bills never actually feels lighter looking. Rich can keep you stressed. Tanya almost bought a $300 outfit to avoid looking like she was struggling. Standing in the dressing room, her phone buzzed with a minimum payment reminder, and that was the moment it hit her. She was about to dress up for people who would never help her pay a single one of her bills. Stop trying to look rich, since looking rich and being stable are two completely different things worth separating clearly. Know what enough means for you, or you will keep chasing more without ever actually feeling like you have arrived. Do not let other people's spending pressure you, and watch closely for lifestyle creep eating every raise you receive. Spend on what truly matters to you, and stop buying things to fix emotions a purchase can only distract from. Be honest about financial stress. Talk about money with trusted people, and protect your relationships from unnecessary money chaos. Diana did not impress everybody, but she slept better. And Tanya was finally starting to understand exactly why that mattered. The tips only work when you actually use them. Tanya was tired of starting over with another app or notebook. Pick just 3 tips to start with, not 30. And do not try to fix everything at once this week. Turn one tip into a weekly habit. Diana's Sunday check-in became normal because she kept it short and repeated it. Make savings automatic. Make debt payoff visible by writing the balance down. And review your progress once a month. Forgive mistakes quickly and keep going. Since one bad week does not erase your entire plan or all your progress. Do something today even if it is small. Cancel one subscription. Move $10. Check one balance. Pack one lunch. Remember that action changes your life, not information. Since advice only points the direction, your habits walk you there. A year later, Tanya was not rich. That would be too easy and too fake for a story this honest. But she was different. A small emergency fund. Canceled forgotten charges. A written list of every debt she carried. She stopped spending like every salon week would be a great week. And started setting aside money for supplies first. For the first time, she was not just consuming money advice. She was actually practicing every bit of it now. Diana was not flashy either. Still drove the same car. Still packed lunch. Still had bills sitting on the table. But her life felt lighter. Emergency fund stronger. One credit card paid off. Retirement contributions running fully automatic now. Tanya knew a lot before Diana did. But Diana started using what she knew sooner. And that made all the difference. She did not win through perfect discipline. She won by building simple systems that worked even on her tired days. Some tips may not apply to you yet. Some may feel basic. But one tip can turn into one real habit. Money does not change because you heard something powerful. It changes when you finally do something with what you heard. Start with the tip closest to your real problem right now. And subscribe if you want more of this every week.